Hello and welcome to Ahrex Fly Tying. My name is Håkan, and today we will be tying a sea trout fly for saltwater fishing on the coastline. And the fly is called Peach Monster, and it's sort of a variation of the well-known pattegreasen. We are using the same colors as the pattegreasen, but instead of using the spay hackle, I'm using soft hackle and Chickabou. It's from this product from Whiting, which contains both soft hackle, which is from the chest of the rooster, and Chickabou, which comes from between the legs of the rooster, sort of a small marabou. So you get both feathers on this patch. So we start with the hook, which is a saltwater hook, the NS122 Light Stinger hook. This is the size 4. And we set the thread and start with tail of the fly, which is the soft Chickabou feathers. So try to find Chickabou feathers with very thin stem. So we just tie in the tip of the feather right at the bend, and I cut off the tip stem, so we just get more or less only fibers. This will give the fly a lot of movement when it's pulled through the water. And we add a bit of flash. I'm using one strand of Mirage crystal flash. We tie it in on one side and just fold it over and tie it in on the other side and cut it to the right length. And to add a bit more movement on the fly, I'm using pink barred rubber leg. 2 of them, tie them in on top of the tail, like this, and just do the same as we did with the flash, just fold it over and tie it down. It doesn't matter if they are, they don't need to be perfect, same length. This is really nice. And now for the eyes, I'm using easy shrimp eyes, which is very easy to use, as the name says, of course. And I'm using the fluo pink color. We just tie them in on top of the rubber legs, like this. And for the hackle of the fly, I'm using one of the soft hackles, and I don't want too many fibers, so that's the reason I've stripped one side, because this is the side that will go along over the body, like this. And as you can see, I've saved some of these fluffy fibers to the first turns, makes it even more movable. So we tie it in on top of the fly, just in front of the tail. And we cut off the stem. And the body is made of dubbing. You can use any synthetic dubbing as you want. I'm using the Spawn Simi Seal, sorry. You can also use fusion laser or whatever. But I want quite sparkly peach salmon coloration. So just dub the thread. If you want, you can also make a thread dubbing loop with the thread if you want to use that technique. That's perfectly all right. And I would just fill the shank with the sparkling dubbing. Need some more. The length of the fiber for the hackle is, well, sort of, I would say, 1.5, maybe 2 times the gap of the hook. There we have it. And then we just wind the hackle like a ribbing. Don't make too many turns. Let's say 3 or 4 4.5. And tidy. And then we make a whip finish. And cut off the thread. And the final touch is just using a brush or a piece of Velcro to sort of mix the dubbing and the hackle. Of course, the more you fish the fly, the more mixed the hackle and the dubbing will become, but I try to do some of it in the vise. And there we have it, the peach monster.